Her mother bathed her, even as an adult. She was the most beautiful woman in the village, but she couldn't cook, clean, or even help herself. What happened after marriage shocked everyone. Amaka was born on a quiet morning in a small Nigerian village where mud houses stood proudly under the sun and red dust followed every footstep. From the moment she arrived, her mother, Mama Ifenanya, wrapped her life around the child with fierce devotion. Neighbors admired the bond, calling it love, not knowing it was shaping something fragile. As Amaka grew, her beauty unfolded early. She was tall for her age, fair-skinned, and curvy even as a teenager. People praised her everywhere she went, and Mama Ifenanya soaked in the compliments like rain on dry soil. She decided her daughter was too precious for hardship. While other children fetched water, Amaka slept. While others swept compounds, she sat under trees. Mama Ifenanya cooked for her, washed her clothes, packed her food, and even dressed her long after she could do it herself. If Amaka spilled food, her mother wiped it. If she felt tired, her mother bathed her. By adulthood, the habit had hardened into nature. Amaka could not sweep properly. She could not light firewood. She complained at the smallest task. Even bathing herself felt like labor. Mama Ifenanya still warmed water, scrubbed her back, and dried her body gently, ignoring whispers from neighbors who warned her. She will marry one day, they said. A husband is not a mother. Mama Ifenanya laughed. My daughter will marry love. But love, like strength, needs preparation. And Amaka had none. In a village where women were known by effort, Amaka was known only by beauty. And beauty alone, though powerful, cannot carry a life forever. As years passed, Amaka's beauty matured into something impossible to ignore. Men slowed their steps when she walked by. Women whispered with mixed admiration and concern. She moved gracefully through the village, unaware that admiration without respect often carried hidden cost. Mama Ifenanya continued doing everything. She cooked early each morning, swept the compound, fetched water from the stream, washed clothes, and prepared Amaka for outings. Amaka's hands remained soft, untouched by soap or labor. Her days were filled with rest, chatter, and mirrors. When asked to help, she smiled and delayed. When forced, she complained. The smell of smoke irritated her. The feel of broom roughened her palms. She avoided kitchens like sickness. Mama Ifenanya defended her always, blaming weakness, tiredness, or destiny. Suitors came. Some left quickly after observing. Others stayed longer, blinded by beauty. Eventually, a hardworking farmer named Chukudi arrived. He was strong, patient, and respected. He believed love could teach what childhood missed. Mama Ifenanya rejoiced, believing marriage would solve everything. Amaka married wearing fine wrappers and smiles. The village celebrated loudly. Songs filled the dusty air. Everyone believed her life had finally begun. But marriage is not celebration, it is continuation. And Amaka carried nothing forward. On the first morning in her new home, she waited. No food came. No water arrived. She sat, confused, hungry, offended. Chukudi returned from the farm expecting warmth. He met silence instead. That day, misunderstanding entered their home quietly. And it refused to leave. Marriage exposed Amaka's emptiness quickly. Each morning, Chukudi rose before dawn and returned tired, expecting simple comfort. Instead, he met disorder. The house smelled cold. Water pots stood empty. Cooking stones untouched. Amaka waited for instructions like a child. When asked to cook, she stared blankly. When shown, she forgot. Firewood frightened her. Smoke made her cough. Sweeping exhausted her. Washing plates felt insulting. She complained bitterly, insisting love should not demand labor. Chukwudi tried patience. He taught gently. He corrected softly. He hoped effort would grow with time. But Amaka resisted learning. She called her mother daily, crying. Mama Ifunanya visited often, quietly fixing everything while blaming Chukwudi's expectations. Neighbors noticed tension. Whispers returned. Laughter faded. Hunger visited. Dirt gathered. Chukwudi grew silent. Love weakened. One evening, exhausted and frustrated, he returned home to find Amaka asleep while the house lay dirty and empty. Something broke quietly inside him. He realized he had married beauty, not partnership. Arguments followed. Tears fell. Accusations burned. Amaka blamed her mother for spoiling her, then blamed Chukwudi for cruelty. Chukwudi blamed himself for ignoring warnings. Eventually, patience ended. Chukwudi sent Amaka back to her mother's house, not in anger, but in defeat. The village watched silently as Beauty walked home alone, carrying shame heavier than baskets she never learned to lift. Mama Ifunanya received her daughter with tears and confusion. For the first time, her protection felt like failure. Amaka sat quietly, staring at her reflection, realizing too late that beauty without ability leaves a woman stranded. Life slowed after Amaka returned home. The village no longer admired her openly. Pity replaced praise. Mama Ifunanya resumed her duties silently, guilt heavy on her shoulders. For the first time, Amaka noticed exhaustion on her mother's face. She noticed cracked heels, trembling hands, and deep sighs. Shame crept slowly. Regret followed. One morning, Mama Ifunanya refused to bathe her. She handed her a bucket. Amaka froze. Her hands shook. Tears burned. She bathed herself awkwardly, clumsily, painfully. It felt like punishment. Days followed with small lessons. Sweeping hurt her back. Cooking burned her fingers. Fetching water tired her legs. She cried often, angry at herself, angry at time. Mama Ifunanya watched silently, allowing discomfort to teach what love once blocked. Amaka learned slowly. Each task humbled her. Each failure matured her. But the village remembered. Chukwudi moved on. Love did not wait. One evening, Amaka sat outside watching women return from work, strong and fulfilled. She finally understood that beauty is decoration, but skill is survival. She apologized to her mother sincerely. Mama Ifunanya cried, knowing apology could not undo years. Amaka became quieter. She worked. She learned. But scars remained. Her story became a warning whisper to young girls. Pampering, when excessive, does not protect. It destroys preparation. Amaka survived. But survival came with loss. And loss became her teacher. Years passed. Amaka changed. Her hands hardened. Her movements strengthened. Her confidence rebuilt differently. Beauty remained, but humility reshaped her presence. She cooked well now. She cleaned thoroughly. She worked alongside other women. The village noticed quietly. Respect returned slowly, cautiously. Mama Ifunanya aged peacefully, relieved. Her daughter had finally grown. Though marriage never returned, dignity did. Amaka learned that love must meet responsibility halfway. She taught younger girls skills, not vanity. Her story lived on, spoken during moonlit gatherings. Mothers listened carefully. Daughters learned early. Amaka became whole, not admired, but respected. And that, finally, was enough.